You've been a very outspoken critic of Israel's actions during this war. Coming at it from that perspective, what do you make of how Josh Shapiro has been treated by progressives here?
Yeah, so first of all, I'm for Josh Shapiro. I think he's the right pick, and I'll explain why in a second. But I think you guys are being a little bit unfair to people on the left. Josh Shapiro did say a couple of things that were optically very bad and separate him out from some of the other potential candidates. He compared some of the protesters to the KKK. He shouldn't have done that. He signed an executive order saying that scandalous protests could get you fired if you're a state employee. Shouldn't have done that, no matter how you interpret it. Now, having said that, I like Josh Shapiro a lot. I think that there's three reasons why I'm in favor of him. One, he makes it much more likely to win the race. He has an astounding 61% approval rating in a state that is split right down the middle in terms of Pennsylvania, and we got to have Pennsylvania. Number two, I think he's a lot more progressive than people realize. He's taken on Wall Street several times. He took on the Catholic Church. He showed courage and the willingness to stand up to donors, which I really, really respect. And number three, on Israel, I think that a person who loves Israel is more likely to get us to a peace deal that's better for Israel and Palestine, rather than someone who's unlikely to push Kamala Harris and the Democratic Party to that conclusion, which is honestly almost all other Democrats.
I think that's totally fair, but there are these voices on the left, and I can't tell. I'm just imagining if Kamala Harris picks Josh Shapiro, let's say tomorrow, and then the DNC happens and you have protests outside. That's not something in optics that the Democrats want, right? How do they battle back against that?
Yeah, I think it's very easy, but they have to have the right positions. So if Kamala Harris, who would be in charge, she would be the one making the decision. But along with Josh Shapiro, were to say, no, we're doubling down. We don't care that Israel did this aggressive bombing in Beirut and they did the aggressive assassination in Tehran, and we're going to back them 200%, and we don't care how many people they kill in Gaza. We're going to send them another 10 billion, another 20 billion. Well, then, yeah, they'll lose Michigan. But if they actually fight hard to get to a two-state solution and get to a ceasefire, then all the problems of Michigan will be wiped away. But they've got to actually care and try. And my hope is, and my belief is, that Josh Shapiro will care more than anyone else and will actually try to get to a ceasefire. And by the way, for all the people on the left who think Shapiro is the worst on this, that's not really true at all. So number one, he supported Muslim Americans in the past. He fought the Muslim travel ban more than anyone else did, along with a lot of the other attorney generals, but he led on that. And on this particular issue, he was one of the first major politicians to say that Benjamin Netanyahu is the worst leaders of all time. And if you love Israel, you got to get them out of this mess. And they're in an absolute mess, and it's definitely because of the right-wing government of Netanyahu.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.